Hello students, welcome to my channel. So last time we have completed our practice set 3.3. So today we are going to learn practice set 3.4. Okay, so let's get start. So before starting this lecture, I would like to tell you about the theorem and the properties that we are going to use in this particular practice sets. Okay, so let's get start. See, first of all, I will tell you about inscribed angle. Okay, as you know that there is a circle. Suppose this is a circle. Okay, and if you see this is a center, and can you see this? This is a vertex. Like suppose this is A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, so what is inscribed angle theorem? Or not theorem, what is inscribed angle? So first of all we'll learn about inscribed angle. Can you see the vertex? This vertex is on this circle. Whenever you are getting your vertex is on this circle, that time you can say that this angle, that means angle A B C is nothing but your inscribed angle. Okay, I think this is clear. Whenever you are getting your vertex is this point B is on this circle. सर्कल के बाहर भी नहीं होना चाहिए, सर्कल के अंदर भी नहीं, is on the circle. It should be on the circle. That time you can say that your A angle ABC is your inscribed angle. I think this is clear. So, okay. Now can you see this angle, inscribed angle is making some arc over here. This arc. So this arc is under, इसके अंडर में ही है. Can you see this? So this arc is known as will make over the point X, suppose. So this arc, that means you can say AX and this C. AX is a major arc which is known as intercepted arc. You can say that. Okay. I think this is clear. Inscribed angle and intercepted arc. So let's next is our inscribed angle theorem. Now we'll learn about theorem. Now what is a theorem? Suppose you have a circle. Let's suppose you have a circle like this. So what is the theorem? The measure of an inscribed angle. Suppose I'm making the inscribed angle like this only. Okay, this is our inscribed angle. You can say this is B and this is A. This is C only. Okay. So whenever you are getting your measure of an inscribed angle, that means this is your inscribed angle only. So whatever the measurement of this angle, suppose this is angle 20. Okay, so this measurement is half of the measurement of the arc intercepted. So what is the arc over here? Intercepted arc is your AC. Okay, so AC क्या होगा? डबल होगा. Arc is double and this angle is your half. Okay, now this angle is 20, so your arc will be 40. Right, this is 20. I think this theorem is clear. So this theorem we are going to use in this particular exercise. So now next is, now we'll see the some properties regarding this inscribed angle theorem only. So suppose there is an I'll show you a diagram like this. Suppose a circle is there. This is a circle. Okay, and there is a suppose there is a like this only. You can just say that. Okay, and this point only you can say that. So can you see this both suppose this and this both are same, right? So your angle inscribed in the same arc. Can you see the arc is same over here? This is same arc over here. Suppose this is a name, just give name as Q S. This is R and this is say P. Let's suppose P. So suppose this is P S R is having inscribed arc, this intercepted arc you can say, and this angle is also having the same arc. So you can say that your angle inscribed in the same arc are congruent. If they have same arc, अगर जो angle है उनका अगर arc same आता है, so you can say that this angle are congruent. This is the property. Okay, and next is what about semicircle? I think you know about the semicircle. What is semicircle in that? See, I'll show you what is semicircle. Semicircle, if we think about circle is measurement of the circle is 360 and semicircle means with half, जो circle होता है वो half, that means it will be 180. So suppose there is a circle, let's suppose this is circle, I'm just taking, okay, and I'm just dividing and making a semicircular, you can say that. And suppose this is a angle, okay, this is suppose B, this is A, and this is C. So whenever an angle, can you see this is inscribed angle only because this B is the vertex, right? So can you say that this angle inscribed in a semicircle, whenever an angle is inscribed in a semicircle, so it is right angle. How it is right angle? Let's see. As we know that this full मेजरमेंट ऑफ दिस सर्कल इज 360, तो मतलब ये हाफ ऑफ हो गया 180. एंड आई हैव टोल्ड यू दिस आर्क इज डबल ऑफ योर पर्टिकुलर इंस्क्राइब्ड एंगल. सो ये 180 हुआ तो इसका हाफ यहाँ पे क्या हुआ 90, इसलिए वहाँ पे थ्योरम में बोला गया है इट इज़ अ राइट एंगल. ओके, सो एंगल इंस्क्राइब्ड इन अ सेमी सर्कल इज अ राइट एंगल. I think this is clear. Okay, now we'll move ahead and now we'll solve our question number 1. Okay, so whatever I told you right now, this all property and theorem is going to be used in this particular exercise. Okay, so let's see what they have given the question number 1. In the figure 3.56, in a circle, can you see the circle over here? They have given over here this circle. Okay, with the center O, they have given this is center. Okay, and they have given length of chord, that is AB. AB is a chord, okay, and it is equal to the radius. Now can you see the radius over here? This is center, so this will be OA and OB will be the radius. So this chord AB is equal to this radius. Okay, so find the measurement of the following. So first one is AOB. Can you see over here what they have given? AOB, that means this angle we have to find. As we know that from the from the figure you can say that this angle O. Okay, can you see this is an equilateral or not? Because this and this sides are equal, all sides are equal, that means it is equilateral triangle. So with the equilateral triangle is having your angle 60 degree, so this angle O will be 60 only. So we can got the value of this. So how you can just write over there? So just write over there, but you'll have to show over there. First OA is equals to OB, right? This is radius OA and this OB is radius, and they are equal. How? Because the radii of the same circle. These are the radii, you can say right over there, radii of the same circle. Okay, this is the radii of the same circle. I think this is clear. Now since your chord, that is AB, chord AB is equals to the radius, what? Radius of the circle, radius of circle. So what you are going to get? This is given, right? This is given thing. जो chord है वो radius को congruent है, this is given. So in the next slide just write over there, therefore OA is equals to OB is equals to AB. अब जब ये sides equal हो गए, that means this is, therefore your triangle OAB is an equilateral, you can say that equilateral. Okay, I think this is clear. So your angle AOB will be your 60 degree. I think this is clear. Okay, so now in the next one angle ACB. Now see angle ACB. Now we'll move ahead. For angle ACB, can you see this angle ACB? ACB, this is your inscribed angle, right? Only inscribed angle. So for this inscribed angle we need this arc AB. If you have the value of that arc AB, you are able to find that angle that ACB. So can you see over here the arc AB also we have to find, that is our third one. So let's start with our arc AB. So we have the value of this angle O, right? This O is in the center, so that means this is central angle 60, right? We got the value of 60. So the corresponding arc is AB, so this arc is also going to be 60 only by using that central angle theorem. Yes, so just you can just write since angle AOB is 60, therefore measure arc, right? Measure arc AB is also 60, and the reason you'll have to specify that central angle theorem. Okay, central angle, only that you can just write over there. I think this is clear. So with this we have done with this question number 3. Now we'll do question number 2. This question 2, angle ACB. Now you have the value of this AB. Now you can just find out this value, because this is inscribed angle and this AB is your intercepted arc. So we have that inscribed angle theorem. So by using that theorem we are able to find the value of this ACB, right? Sorry. So now write next one. Since angle ACB, okay, ACB is an inscribed angle. What? Inscribed angle. You can just write over there, inscribed angle. I think this is clear. Yes. So in the next just write now. Therefore what you are going to get now, this is your inscribed angle, right? So you can just write angle ACB is equals to half of your measure arc AB, right? And you'll have to specify the reason why this is half. Inscribed angle theorem, that you have to specify over here. Okay, inscribed angle theorem you have to write. So now this angle, therefore angle ACB is equals to half, and this measure arc we have found just now, that is 60, right? So just divide this, you will get 30. So now we got the value of this ACB also, that is 30 degree. I think this is clear. Okay, now we'll solve the next one, that is arc ACB. Now we have to, what we have to find? ACB. Can you see the arc ACB? This ACB, this full arc we have to find. That means this is inscribed arc. Okay, ये जो एंगल था आपका इंटरसेप्टेड आर्क, उसी का ये इंस्क्राइब्ड जो एंगल था उसी का ये आर्क है, तो उसको हम लोग इंस्क्राइब्ड आर्क बोलते हैं. सो हम लोग को वो फाइंड करना है. सो नाउ वी हैव द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस ए बी, एंड वी नो द होल सर्कल इज हैविंग 360 मेजरमेंट. सो वी कैन जस्ट यूज दैट प्रॉपर्टी एंड वी कैन फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ दैट मेजर आर्क ए सी बी. ओके, सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्ट. So now what we have to write? Just write over there measure arc AB. Okay, measure arc AB plus measure arc ACB. Okay, ACB, it will be 360. What? 360. And write the reason, that is measurement of the circle, that is 360. I think this is clear. Okay. So on that, now you can just write measure of that arc AB is 60, right? And measure arc ACB we have to find out. So just write as it is, ACB is equals to 360, right? So just take this 360 over here, it will become minus. So when you subtract this 360 minus 60, so you will get 300. So therefore measure arc ACB will be 300. Okay, so with this we have completed our question number 1. So now we'll do question number 2. Now see in the question number 2, before starting this question number 2, now we should know about a theorem, that is theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. So let's get start with the cyclic quadrilateral. So before starting the theorem, you should know the what is cyclic quadrilateral. Suppose there is a quadrilateral. I'm just drawing that quadrilateral over here. Suppose this is a circle, okay, and there is a quadrilateral. Okay, just wait. This is a quadrilateral. Okay, so okay, can you see here? There is a quadrilateral. Suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Can you see this quadrilateral? This quadrilateral, the vertices of this quadrilateral A, B, C, and D, they are touching this circle. So if quadrilateral, vertices of the quadrilateral, 4 vertices are there. If the 4 vertices of the quadrilateral is touching a circle, that time you can say that your quadrilateral is a cyclic. I think this is clear. Okay, this is cyclic quadrilateral. Now what is the theorem? Now you can say that, can you see the angle A over here? This angle A and this angle C. Okay, they are opposite to each other. So the theorem is that whenever the opposite angle in a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angle in a cyclic quadrilateral, they are supplementary. The meaning of supplementary is what? The summation, that means sum of the two angles should be 180. Okay, the sum of these two angle, it should be 180. That is supplementary. So it will be angle A plus angle C is equals to 180, and similarly your angle B and D also 180. So this is the property. Okay, I think this is clear. So next property is what? This is the one of the first property. Second property is an exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, and the exterior angle, can you see this angle? This one, this, and this. Their exterior angle, right? So this exterior angle, I'll just show you again, just wait. Okay, see, I'll just show you this angle, this angle, this, and this is the exterior angle. So this exterior angle, they are congruent to the angle opposite to its adjacent. Now what is the adjacent side of this angle? This and this. तो ये adjacent side है, इनका opposite ये. So this exterior angle is going to be congruent to the opposite, to the angle opposite to its adjacent side of the interior. जो interior में रहेंगे, तो इसका ये हो गया. Similarly इसका क्या होगा? ये हो जाएगा. इसके लिए भी अगर यहाँ पे भी देखेंगे तो इसका भी ये हो जाएगा. This is the property. Okay. Okay, now we'll solve the question number 2. So in question number 2, what they have given in figure 3.1757, quadrilateral PQRS is a cyclic. They told you, बोल दिया है कि this is cyclic. So and they have given also the side PQ and RQ are the congruent, and angle PSR, that means this angle they have given 110. Okay, and we have to find the measurement of this PQR. This one we have to find. So as you can say that your PQRS is cyclic. So this angle S and angle Q are cyclic. That means they are opposite to each other. So this angle S and this angle Q are supplementary. That means you consider angle S plus angle Q is equals to 180. Right, and this S you have 110. So just subtract, you will get the value of this. I think this is clear. So let's get start. I'll show you how you can just write that. So what you have to write, quadrilateral PQRS is a cyclic. Okay, is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, cyclic quadrilateral. So just from where you got this is given thing. Okay, so therefore you will get angle PSR plus angle PQR, that is 180. We know the reason why it is 180. The opposite angle of a quadrilateral cyclic quadrilateral is your supplementary. Okay, so we have the value of angle P set is 110 plus angle PQR. Angle PQR is equals to 180. Okay, therefore angle PQR will be your 70. Okay, we will have to subtract this 110 with this 180, so you will get 70. I think this is clear. So now in the next question, what we have to do, this measure arc PQR, arc we have to find out. This is arc. So अभी ये arc है PQR, उसका inscribed angle will be your PSR. So we have this angle, so we can directly find this. So just use that inscribed angle theorem, you will able to find out. So just write over there angle PSR. See, angle PSR intercepts, right? Intercepts arc. Which arc it is going to intercept? PQR only, right? PQR. So with this we have that formula, angle PSR is equals to half measure arc of PQR. From where you got this? You have to specify the reason from inscribed angle theorem. Inscribed. Okay, that theorem you'll have to specify here. Okay, so now just substitute the value and get the answer of that angle PSR. Okay, so what you have to write, angle PSR is your 110, this 1/2, and measure arc will be same because that only we have to find out. So PQR So take this 2 over here, you will get multiply, because the 2 is in the division form. When you take this 2 at this side, it will become multiplication. So measure arc PQR will be your 220. So we have completed with this. Okay, now in the next what they have given, see, now we have to find measure arc Q. See, QR, this is the arc which comes under in this PQR, right? QPR you can say, or RQPR. So ये inscribed angle है और ये इसका intercepted arc है. So we need to find out the value of first this arc. Now we have the value of this. So we'll have to now find this value. If you have this value, you are able to find the arc of this QR. Okay, so let's get start. How we can just do that? See, this is a triangle, so you can just write over there, in triangle PQR. In triangle PQR, we have this PQ and this QR, they are given, right? This is given, so just write over there, PQ is congruent to QR, and from where you got this is given. Okay, so now this is given. If these two sides are given, the corresponding arc is also going to be equal, right? Isosceles theorem, that you can say that. So just write over there your angle QPR. This angle P will be equal to angle PRQ. So this is equation number 1. Just make it equation number 1, and the reason is isosceles theorem. You have to specify the isosceles theorem. This is the reason. Okay, I think this is clear. So now you can say that this is a triangle. So measurement of this angle in a triangle is 180. So use that property. So now what we have to write, angle QPR plus angle PRQ plus angle PQR, it will be 180. And the reason you have to specify the sum of measurement of angle is 180, that you have to specify. Okay, so now QPR, I'm just writing this QPR as it is. So instead of this PRQ also, we can just write this QPR, right? From where we got this? From the equation number 1 we have done in the previous slide, that is angle PQR. QPR is equals to angle PRQ. So from that, okay, so this PQR will be as it is, because we have the value of the PQR, or you can just write, and here you'll have to write down what we have to write from 1, question number 1, from you got from equation number 1. So now substitute this QPR will become 2QPR, right? 2QPR. Okay, and this PQR we have the value of that PQR, that is 70. So just write 70 is equals to 180. Now when you take this 70 at this side, it will become 110, because we will have to subtract this. So in the next slide, just write over there 2 QPR is equals to 110. So therefore QPR, see, this is a 2, this is in the multiplication form, just take over here, it will become division, just divide it, you will get 55. So now the angle QPR is having the value 55. So now we have the value of this angle. So now we are able to find out this arc. Now we have this value of this P, 55. So we are able to find this. So let's get start. So you can just say that this angle QPR, this angle is nothing but the inscribed angle, and it's having intercepted arc, that is QR. So by using that inscribed angle theorem, we can just say that here angle QPR intercepts, okay, you can just write over there, it intercepts arc QR. Which arc? QR. So therefore angle QPR is equals to half of the major arc, that is QR. Okay, so from where you got this? Inscribed. That theorem you'll have to use over here. Okay, so now we have that angle QPR, that is 55, is equals to 1 upon 2, and this major arc will be as it is, major arc QR. Okay, so now take this 2 over here and do multiplication. You will get your major arc. Therefore measure R QR, it will be 55 into 2. 55 into 2, it will be 110. So with this we have completed this sub question of third question of the 2. Okay, I think this is clear. So now next, what they have given, measurement of angle P, see, PRQ. Which angle? PRQ, this. So अभी हम लोगों ने ये वाला फाइंड किया, तो ये भी हो जाएगा ना, हम लोगों ने इक्वेशन यहाँ पे दिया था, दिस टू आर इक्वल बाय दिस दैट थियरम, आइसोसेलेस थ्योरम से ये दोनों ही एंगल इक्वल्स थे. So if this is 55, so this is also going to be 55 from that one. So just we can write over there, since angle QPR, okay, is equals to angle PRQ. Okay, therefore angle PRQ is also 55, and you just can write over there from 1 you got this. Okay, so we have done. So with this we have completed question number 2 only. Now we'll move ahead. Now we'll see question number 3. See, so in question number 3, what they have given, quadrilateral MRPN is a cyclic quadrilateral, and they have given value, not value, they have given value in the form of variable. Oh, okay, the value in the form of variable, they have given angle R and N. So we have to find the actual value of this R and N. So let's get start. But they have given this is cyclic. Okay, so you can just write over there, since quadrilateral MRPN is cyclic. Okay, cyclic quadrilateral. So from this, suppose this is a, I'll just draw this. Suppose this is in cyclic, this and this is also okay. So just take name as M R P and this is N. Okay, so this is cyclic quadrilateral, so we can say that therefore angle N plus angle R, this angle and this angle, it should be supplementary, that means 180 degree. Okay, so now substitute the value of this angle N. We have 4x plus 4 degree, right? Similarly for this we have 5x minus 13 is equals to 180. Now can you see over here, 4x and this x, 5x will become 9x, and this is 4 and this is minus 13. Just subtract this, you will get 9 over there. So just now write over there, what you are going to write, 9x minus 9 is equals to 180. Okay, so therefore 9x, this is number, so just take this 9 over here, it will become plus because it is in minus. So therefore 9x is equals to 189. So now x is equals to will be your 189 upon 9. So it will be 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 18 and 9 ones are 9. So you are getting the value of x 21. So now substitute this value in that variable form. So now we have therefore angle N is equals to 4x, right, plus 4. Now substitute this value. So 4 instead of this x we'll have to write over there 21 plus 4. So when you multiply this you will get 84 plus 4. So it will be 88. So we have value of angle N is 88 degree. I think this is clear. Similarly we have to do with the R also. So R is equals to 5x minus 13, then 5 into 21 minus 13. Okay, so when you multiply this you will get 105 minus 13. Just subtract this, you will get 92. So this is our answer of angle R. I think this question is clear. This is very simple. So let's move and we'll solve question number 4 now. See, in the question number 4 what they have given in the figure 3.58, or the segment RS. Can you see this segment RS is nothing but the diameter only, right? They have given also of this center. This is okay, and that point T, this is the point T point is there, which is lies exterior of the circle. मतलब exterior means what? उसके बाहर है. So what we have to prove? We have to prove this R, T or S. This angle is an acute angle. Acute angle means less than 90. So okay. So how we can just prove that? Before proving, just draw. Let's draw this line. Just join this and this. Okay. Now here you are. This is sub intersecting at point M. Just suppose and just join this line also as same. Okay. Now can you see this? RS is a diameter. This is given. अब वो डायमीटर है उस सर्कल पे है. डायमीटर मीन्स जो सर्कल है इट गोइंग टू डिवाइड इन इक्वल, दैट मीन्स सेमी सर्कल हो जाएगा वो. तो वी कैन से दैट एंगल आर एम एस, दैट आर एम एस इज आर दिस एंगल. आई शो यू अगेन दिस एंगल. दिस इज सेमी सर्कल राइट. सो दिस सपोज दिस इज एस ओवर हियर ना. आई हैव टेकन एस सॉरी एम ओवर देयर, not S. So this is inscribed angle. So this angle will be your 90 degree from that theorem angle inscribed in a semicircle. So you can say that now. Can you see? I'm just drawing that part again over here, and here the point is M, right? So this is a triangle. So can you see? This RMS is the exterior of this triangle. ये triangle है लेकिन ये इसका exterior है, बाहर वाला part है, right? You can say that this is the exterior angle of the triangle SMT. So we have the theorem, exterior angle theorem, this RMS. So this is this exterior angle, that means RMS. You can say that RMS is equals to, किसके equals होते हैं? जो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग, मतलब ये जो एंगल है इसको छोड़ के जो उसके बचे हुए एंगल लाइक टी, दिस एंगल टी एंड दिस एंगल एस, उनके एडिशंस राइट. दैट इज अ थियरम ऑफ एक्सटीरियर एंगल. दैट थियरम ओनली वी हैव टू यूज ओवर हियर. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्ट. सो नाउ यू कैन जस्ट राइट ओवर देयर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट वी हैव डन, दैट इज जॉइन आर टी एस टी एंड एस एम. वही जॉइन किया, कंस्ट्रक्ट किया. सो जस्ट कंस्ट्रक्ट दिस. So just write over there, since RS is a diameter, ये diameter है तो diameter हमें कहाँ से मिला? It is given. Okay, अब ये diameter है, so we can say that angle your RMS is going to be 90 and you'll have to specify the reason. Reason is angle inscribed, yes, angle inscribed in a semicircle, that you have to write full. Okay, so now next what we have to use, exterior theorem. So just you can write RMS. Okay, I'm just drawing that part again, see, for your convenient. Okay, suppose this is M, so this is T and this is S. Okay, this is R. So RMS, this angle is an exterior angle. Okay, exterior angle of what? Which triangle? This SMT. Okay, of triangle SMT. So therefore this RMS will be equals to MTS, angle MTS, this angle and this angle opposite to the corresponding, right? So MTS plus angle MST, and the reason will be your exterior. You'll have to write the reason, exterior angle theorem. Okay, exterior angle theorem, that you have to specify. Okay, now this RMS is nothing but the angle, inscribed angle only. So we have the value of that 90 degree. So instead of this angle, we can just write over there 90 degree. Yes, so I'm just going to write over there 90. Okay, so therefore you can just write 90 instead of that angle. Now can you see MTS? I have drawn over here that angle MTS, right? Can we write like this RTS? ये M की प्लेस में मैं R लिख सकती हूँ. Yes, how? Because can you see this line RMT, they are in a same line, collinear you can say. So instead of that MTS, I'm just going to write over there, what I'm going to write? RTS. Okay, so just write over there RTS plus angle MST. And you can specify the reason why you have written this is RMT are collinear. So therefore angle RTS. Okay, so just take this 90 over there. You will get minus MST. Now see, minus का मतलब क्या हुआ? Subtraction, राइट। जो भी एंगल रहेगा वो उससे सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा, तो सब्ट्रैक्ट होगा तो मतलब 90 से वो छोटा रहेगा, तो छोटा रहेगा मीन्स वॉट, मीन्स वॉट, छोटा मतलब क्या होता है 90 से, इट इज एक्यूट एंड दैट ओनली वी हैव टू प्रूव. सो देयरफॉर यू कैन से दैट योर एंगल RTS is less than 90. Less than 90 means what? This is an acute angle, right? I think this question is clear. So with this we have completed our question number 4. So for this video, for this lecture, we'll do only question till question number 4, and remaining part we'll do in the next part, in the next video, that is question number 5, question number 6, 7, 8. This 4 question we'll solve in the next video. If you have any doubt, just comment it out. We'll meet in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye bye.